Buongiorno, it's Dion here. Today's class is going to be a twisting focus flow, and so twists have a lot of benefits to the body, and I only actually name a few of them in the class, but with everything that's beneficial we want to be making sure that we're moving in a mindful way so we're not actually causing more harm than good. You won't need anything for this class apart from an exercise mat and obviously yourself. So I'll see you in a moment. Let's get ready. Let's begin on a comfortable seat. So shins can be crossed or one foot in front of the other. Bring your hands onto your legs, anywhere along the legs, and palms facing up. Loop your shoulders back and down, broadening the collarbones, and close your eyes. Start to notice where your feet and your lower body are in contact with the ground. And start to scan your body from your feet upwards towards the sit bones, and then from your sit bones allow your awareness to travel up towards your shoulders. From your shoulders move down slowly through the arms towards the fingertips. And once you get to the fingertips, let's transition back towards the shoulders just as slowly. And then from shoulders through the neck onto the face, the head, softening the forehead, the eyes, the micro muscles around the eyes, and soften the jaw, maybe allowing some space to be in between the sets of teeth. Taking the first few moments of class really to bring ourselves both physically and mentally onto the mats. And imagine as if you're exhaling with your mouth open and you're fogging up a mirror. There's a gentle constriction in the back of the throat there, needed to create that exhale. So with Ujjayi breath, which we're going to connect to now, we're keeping that constriction in the back of the throat, but we're breathing in and out through the nose. So it might sound like this. Okay, so we'll be using the Ujjayi breath to help us navigate throughout the rest of the class. And it's a practice in itself, so if you find yourself losing it, then remind yourself just to reconnect and jump back in. And that's all that's required. So keeping our eyes closed, I'm just going to explain about twists a little bit, as this is a twist-focused class. So twists are really good for the body, and they help massage the abdominals, the digestive organs, help maintain spinal health, and also help stretches out the shoulders as well. And when we're twisting, we want to make sure that we've got a stable base. So that'll be the hips, the core, maybe upper thighs. We want to make sure our spine is straight and lengthened. We don't want to be twisting with a rounded spine. And we want the twist to be coming from above the belly button. So we're bringing our belly button in towards the spine, and the twist should come from the mid and upper back or upper chest. Slowly open your eyes to a soft gaze. On your next inhale, sweep the arms round and above, arms shoulders distance apart, palms facing up, lengthening up the spine. And we have a natural curve in the mid-back, and our ribs tend to flare out slightly, so our floating ribs tend to flare out. We want to be bringing that back in to lengthen the spine and not exaggerating our curve. Complete your exhale. Inhale, lengthening in the spine. Keep reaching as we lean over towards the right side. Keep reaching, and you might feel your left sit bone coming light from the ground. So let's lower our right hand down, press it into the ground so we can ground both sides of the sit bones. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, reach and lean over towards the left. Then lower the left hand down, press it into the ground, ground both sit bones. Keep reaching, feeling the stretch along the right side. Inhaling, coming back up. And then exhale, let's flow to each side. So to the right, inhale. To the left, inhale through center, one more each side. Exhale, to the right, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bring both arms up. Exhale, left hand, right knee, right fingertips behind. Our first twist of the class. Inhale, pressing the sit bones into the ground, lengthening the spine up. Crown of the head reaches up. As we exhale, twist over or turn over towards the right. Gazing over towards the right shoulder. Inhaling, untwisting, coming up. Exhale, right hand, left knee, left fingertips behind. Inhale, lengthening up the spine, and exhale, just a gentle twist. There's no need to crank at this point or ever. Inhale, come back up. Let's do that 2 more times each side. So left hand, right knee, right fingertips behind. Twist, belly in as we twist. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe look over the left shoulder. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Coming back up. Last side, last time. Inhale, coming back up. And then exhale, hands to heart. So I'm just going to give you a tip on twisting, and it's something that I have been known to do, where when I'm coming into a twist, I often mistake my shoulder mobility for the deepness of the twist. So I'm going to try turn to the side to illustrate that. So we were just using our hands to kind of be levers to deepen into a twist. But often when we're not using our hands as supports and we're twisting, like coming into an expression like this, I feel myself actually pulling my right hand back more than it needs to be, and I feel like this is like a really deep twist, but actually I'm not twisting any more than I am. I'm just kind of damaging and hurting my right shoulder and the right side of my back. So just be aware that if it's causing any strain on your back, then you're not probably twisting efficiently or well. And so when you do twists, I recommend to go through the checklist of checking whether your base is stable, whether your spine is lengthened, and if the full expression of your twist is causing any strain anywhere. And if it is, then it's most likely you just need to ease off and try bringing your hands through center and then twisting from there. So, but that comes with practice. So let's come into boat pose. So I'm gonna shift over towards the side, bringing the feet out in front of us. Big toes close together, a little bit more space between the heels than the toes. Bringing your hands as support onto the ground. We're squeezing the thighs towards each other, leaning back, but also lifting the chest up. Maybe start to lift one foot up so the shin is parallel to the ground, and followed by the other. Again, if both feet are up, then squeeze the thighs towards each other, leaning back, coming towards the back of the sit bones and staying here, or bringing the hands onto the back of the thighs, lifting the chest, looking forward, relaxing the jaw, breathing deep through the nose, staying for 10 to the count of 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lean forwards and take a break. So you might start to feel the shake. That's what happens when we start to engage the core. So we're going to do 2 more rounds of this, and then we'll do some twists to neutralize the spine. Okay, so hands or fingertips can be on the ground, or you can have your hands on the back of your thighs, lifting the chest, leaning back, lifting the legs so they could potentially be up to parallel to the ground. Belly in, pressing the hips into the ground, coming into our count now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, squeezing the thighs towards each other, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, breathe, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, leaning forwards, coming into a break. So in the next round, you can keep your hands onto the back of your thighs. You can reach your hands forwards if you want, still lifting the chest, or if you really want to rock the boat, pun intended, you can straighten out your legs as well. So let's come into our last round. Squeezing the thighs towards each other, pressing the hips into the ground, lifting the chest, leaning back, gazing forwards, squeezing the thighs towards each other. Maybe reaching the arms forwards, the hands forward, maybe even straightening the legs. If you begin rounding your spine with legs straightened, then I recommend just bending the knees and bringing them parallel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, lifting the chest, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's come forwards. Whew. Right. So bringing our feet back to where it originally was, so big toes are close, a little bit more space to the heels. Lifting the chest, bringing our palms into a prayer position. So the thumbs press into the sternum, which is this joint which knits all the ribs together in the middle. And press your sternum equally as much into your thumbs, okay? Inhaling, pressing them in. Exhale, twist over towards the right, maybe tapping your left elbow to your right knee. Inhale through center. Exhale, right elbow, left knee. Inhale, exhale, twist. Inhale, exhale, tap. One more time, inhale, exhale, tap. Inhale, exhale, tap. Inhale back through center, and then bring your hands onto the backs of your legs, your thighs. Let's rock back, massaging our spine, massaging our low back, getting a little bit of momentum, and let's meet in a forward fold. So rock forwards, planting the feet and bending the knees, bringing the belly onto the thighs, and start to pedal out the feet, maybe walking your hands out a little bit further. Then bring your feet together. So again, big toes to touch. Bend the knees as we slowly roll up into a standing position, Tadasana, which translates to mountain pose. Broadening the shoulders, relaxing the jaw. From here, reach both arms up and overhead as you inhale. And like we did in seated, lean over towards the right as you exhale, reaching up still. Ribs in. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, reaching up, lifting and leaning over towards the left. Inhale, coming back through center. Exhale, hands to heart, and let's twist it over towards the right. So the hips are still pointing forwards, so strong base. And then as we exhale, belly in and twist over towards the right. It might not be a high amount or like a big twist, that's okay. And then let's complete this by opening out the arms and not pressing the hands back like this. Okay, we just want to be opening out the arms and twisting from above the navel. Inhale, let's come back through center. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, belly in, twist over towards the left. Hips are still facing forwards. Then maybe opening out the arms. Okay, take a deep breath in. Exhale, maybe twist a little bit further. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. We're going to bend our knees, squeeze the thighs towards each other and send the hips back and reach the arms forward. Coming into Utkatasana, so sending the hips back, weight is in the heels, gazing forwards or down onto the ground, and relaxing the jaw and breathing. So Utkatasana, asana is pose, and Utkata is called the burning of the thighs. Or, well, it literally translated, it's powerful pose, but you kind of catch my drift. So from here, bring your hands into your sternum again, and we did this on the floor. So inhale, lengthening the spine, lowering the hips a little bit more. Exhale, bring your left elbow to your right knee, tap. Inhale, coming through center. Exhale, right elbow, left knee, tap. Inhale through center. Exhale, straighten the legs and forward fold. Okay. So inhale, lifting up halfway. Hands can be onto the thighs for extra support, or shins, or fingertips onto the ground. As you exhale, let's step the right foot back into a lunge, lowering the back knee. Okay, as you inhale, sweep the arms forward and up, coming into a crescent lunge. So let's place our hands onto our hips first. So press into the left heel, okay, and bringing your knee over your ankle, pulling your left hip back, right hip forwards. Back toes are still curled under. Reaching both arms up. Inhaling, lengthening the spine, ribs in. As you exhale, hands in prayer to the heart. Inhaling again, lengthening up. As you exhale, twisting over towards the left. Okay, inhale, open out the arms. Exhale, twist a little bit more, keeping the hips facing forwards. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, frame out the front foot, lift the back knee, and let's step the back foot forwards to meet the left. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, step the left foot back, lower the back knee down. Inhale, coming into our crescent lunge, bringing the hands onto our hips, checking that we're squeezing the thighs towards each other, towards the midline, pressing the front heel into the ground, pulling the right hip back, left hip forwards, ribs in, belly in. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhale, hands to sternum. Inhale, squeeze the thighs towards each other. Exhale, belly in, twisting over. Inhale, opening out the arms. Relax your jaw. Exhale, twist a little bit more. Hips forward. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, frame out the front foot. Lift the back knee, step it forwards into a forward fold. Inhale, slowly roll up into Uttanasana, reaching both arms up, looking up. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's keep flowing and keep adding on. So look down, bring your big toes to touch, space between the heels. Inhale, coming into our favorite Utkatasana. Exhale, thumbs to heart and tap your left elbow to your right knee. Inhale through center. Exhale, left elbow, right elbow, left knee. Inhale through center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, stepping the right foot back, lower the back knee down. Inhale, coming into our crescent lunge, squeezing the thighs towards the midline. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist, hips forward, looking over towards the left. So there are two variations here that we can do. We can open out our arms and then lean forwards, planting the right hand down to the ground, coming into a open twist. Or if you want to deepen into it, let's come back and into this prayer twist position. And we're going to hook our right elbow to the outside of the left knee. So play with whichever variation works for you today. They're all options and you can modify as you need to. Whichever variation you're in, keeping the back toes curled under, start to lift the back knee off the ground. Front knee is still over at its ankle. Left hip in towards the midline. So hip is in line with knee, in line with toe. One more breath. Pressing the thumbs towards the sternum, sternum towards the thumbs. As you exhale, lower the back knee down. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, framing the front foot, lift the back knee, and let's step it forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, stepping the left foot back. Lower it down. Inhale, crescent lunge. Squeeze the thighs towards the midline. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist over towards the right. And two variations here, maybe opening out the arms, leaning forwards, planting the left hand down to the ground, reaching the right hand up. Or keeping our prayer twist and hooking the left elbow towards the outside of the right knee. Okay, front knee over front ankle still. Whichever variation you're in, let's try lifting the back knee off the ground, leaning our weight forwards. Okay, you got this. Smile. That helps lift the spirits on the body a little bit better or higher. Okay. On your next exhale, lower the back knee down. Inhale, untwist, reach both arms up. Exhale, framing the front foot, lifting the back knee, stepping it forwards. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, tall mountain. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's flow through that one more time, adding a little bit of an extra challenge towards the end as well. Again, look down. Coming into our chair pose, sweeping our arms forward, sending the hips back, ribs in. Exhale, hands through heart, and then left elbow taps right knee. Inhale through center. Exhale, right elbow, left knee. Inhale through center. Straighten the legs as you forward fold, exhaling. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, step the right foot back, lower the back knee down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to sternum. Inhale, lengthens. Exhale, twist over towards the left. Now this time I'm going to encourage you guys to hook the right elbow onto the left knee. Again, making sure front knee is over the front ankle. Okay, and lifting the back knee off the ground. Keep breathing, relax the jaw. Maybe looking down on somewhere that's stable on the ground. We're going to start to lean our weight forwards, so coming onto the tip of the big toe. Okay, keep leaning, coming light, really light on that back foot, maybe lifting it up and then stepping it forwards so it meets the left foot. Coming into our twisted chair pose, our favorite. Okay, take one breath here. Exhale, maybe twist a little bit deeper, looking up towards the sky if that's possible. Inhale, come back through center and forward fold. Let's do that on the other side. Inhaling, lifting up halfway. Exhale, step the left foot back, lower the back knee down. Inhale, crescent lunge, shoulders away from ears, squeezing the thighs towards each other. Exhale, hands to sternum. Inhale, lengthening, belly in as we exhale, twisting over towards the right. Then let's look or hook our left elbow towards outside of the right knee, lifting that back knee up, looking down, pressing that front heel into the ground, right hip back, leaning forwards, looking forwards, stable focus, eyes fixed, coming onto our big toe, maybe lifting our hip up a little bit more. Okay, and then as we shift our weight forwards, start to bend the knee and bring it forwards, coming into our twisting chair at the front of the mat. One breath here, inhale, lengthening. Exhale, deepening into our twist, maybe looking up towards the sky. Inhale, come back through center, coming into our chair. Straighten the legs, forward fold. Whew. Burning of the thighs. Am I right or am I right? All right, let's lower the hips down slowly towards the ground. Coming onto our backs. So slowly roll down, no rush. bringing our hands alongside the body. Okay, press our hands into the ground and the shoulders into the ground, broadening the collarbones and evening out the shoulder blades. Bring our feet or our heels close enough so that you can graze the back of your heels with your middle finger. Okay, pressing your hands into the ground and your heels start to lift your hips up. So squeeze your thighs towards the midline, coming into our first bridge. Okay, relaxing the jaw, maybe lifting the lower back and middle back, or even a little bit of the upper back. Taking deep breaths here. One more breath, inhaling, maybe lifting a little bit higher. As you exhale, lower the middle back, lower back and hips down. 2 more rounds of this. So inhaling, pressing the heels into the ground, lifting the hips, squeezing the thighs towards each other. Hands pressing into the ground, broadening the collarbones, and lift your chest any amount towards your chin and lift your chin away from your chest. Okay, you might even see in your peripheral vision your belly rising and falling as you inhale and exhale. It takes a lot of leg strength to lift up into bridges, so it can get quite intense. Just keep breathing through it. One more breath. As you exhale, lower one vertebra at a time back onto the mat. One last round, and this time we're gonna, or if it's available to you, we're gonna interlace the hands underneath the hips, and that will give us more space to press our shoulders into the ground and maybe lift our hips up a little bit more. Okay, so arms alongside the body, pressing into the heels, lifting the hips as we inhale, lifting the lower back, mid back, and maybe some of the upper back. Then bend your elbows and interlace your hands underneath your hips. And notice how that changes and broadens your shoulders and collarbones. Pressing your elbows and maybe even your fist into the ground, lifting your hips a little bit higher or to any amount that's comfortable for you. Gaze is soft, face is soft. 2 breaths here. Complete your exhale. Release the interlace of the hands and slowly lower your mid-back, lower back, and your hips. Allow your feet or your knees to knock in towards each other. And then bring your hands out to either a cactus position, so arms are at 90, or a capital T, so arms are straightened. I'm going to go with cactus for this. So when we're doing back bends, or after we do back bends, a good way of neutralizing the spine is to do some twists, funnily enough. So let's press our feet into the ground, lift the hips, and just move them a hair over towards the left-hand side. Then we'll lift the hips, or the knees and the legs actually, off the ground. So knees are above the hips, and feet are in a 90-degree angle, or shins are in a 90-degree angle. And then let's lower our knees over towards the right, keeping our shoulders in contact with the ground. And lower your knees any amount over towards the right. And let's gaze over towards the left-hand side. Keeping your belly in. Again, making sure the twist is coming from above the navel. And make sure this is comfortable for you. I love recline twists. They're really good to do towards the end of a practice. Probably one of my favorite things to do actually. And send breath all the way down towards the belly. your face to soften. Let's come back through center, inhaling. And then place your feet onto the ground, lift the hips and bring them through the midline and over towards the right, just slightly. Lifting the knees off the ground as you inhale. Coming into a 90-degree position. As you exhale, belly in as we lower our knees over towards the left, keeping our shoulders in contact with the ground, so both shoulders. And then gazing over towards the right side. Eyes can be closed or a soft gaze. And it doesn't matter how deep you feel like or you're looking to get into a twist, as long as you feel a good sensation, a good stretch, then that's all that counts. Let's take 2 more deep, full belly breaths. And come back through center. As you inhale, then lower the feet down, bring your hips back through what feels like center. Bending your knees, bringing them into the chest, and grabbing either the big toes or the peace fingers, the outsides of the feet with the hands or the ankles. And coming into our happy baby, evening out both sides before we move into our final resting posture or position, Shavasana. So with your feet facing towards the sky, flex the feet and pull the feet or the legs down towards the shoulders. So the knees are going towards the shoulders. You want to make sure your low back, your low spine is even and not lifting off the ground. So people usually describe it as being flushed with the mat. It's quite a nice restorative pose, happy baby, to do before Shavasana. Opening out the hips before we're finally resting. Let's take one last breath. And as you exhale, let's bring the knees in towards each other and lower them down to the ground and straighten the legs. Widen out the feet. If you've got space, bring them maybe even as wide as the mat. Let the toes splay out. Hands or arms alongside the body, palms facing up. And begin to scan your body from your feet up, just like we did in seated at the start of the class. And allow this body scan to be slow. There's no rush to get to the top. As you move through the body, allow your awareness to soften any areas that has space to soften. And we're relaxing our Ujjayi breath now. So just allow the breath to return to its normal rates, normal pace. Once you finish your body scan, just watch the breath as it flows in and out of the nose, giving us this time to digest all the movement that we've just done. So the brain is recalibrating. And if you feel or notice yourself being distracted by any thoughts, just return your attention to your breath. So I encourage you to stay here for another 3 to 5 minutes. Otherwise, you can join me by slowly introducing movement into the fingers and the toes. Opening and closing the jaw, turning the head side to side, rolling out the wrists and the ankles, bending one knee into the chest, followed by the other, giving yourself a gentle squeeze, and then keeping the eyes closed, let's roll over towards the right, just pausing for a moment. Then using your left hand, pressing it into the ground, coming upright. Let's find ourselves in a comfortable seat. Bring your palms together, thumbs up the heart. Let's bow towards our prayer. Gently opening the eyes and lowering the hands down. So, well done. Thank you so much for practicing, and thank yourself for taking this time to look after your body. There are a few ideas of doing a mini series throughout December, so keep your eyes and ears and whatever else peeled for that. So exciting things are coming, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Namaste.